Seems our producer like us to dance a lot.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Wawis, we are so sorry for starting late. Please forgive us sorry for starting late. Please forgive us for all the funny technical happenings. We have some technical challenges that we're still sorting out, but hopefully we will have a smooth show today. I'm so sorry for starting late. Please forgive us, okay?
Yeah. Thanks for calling us over here. Woo.
See, I'm nervous with all this technological happening. How are you feeling?
I'm actually feeling nervous right now because even my own iPad is not up yet with the Facebook comment. So I'm going to move it later anyhow. But anyhow, I also feel wonderful, no? And also excited because, right, what we are going to discuss tonight not only include, it's going to talk about equities and not only include local equities and might be even involve international equities and some other traditional, more stable investment tools.
Wow, sounds very interesting. But I've got questions, you. What's equity? How can you explain it in the simplest layman term?
Okay, if I tell you share, you still think it is a bit complicated. I would say just a part of your right in a company. Let's say you buy a share in Maybank, you are buying the Maybank equity, you are the shareholder, you are involved in that business. So that is the equity.
So it's basically buying some kind of shares in companies, but not exactly a direct way, correct?
Yeah, yes. After the list in the Bursa for Malaysia, in US would be NYST, New York Stock Exchange. Then you consider a way of you investing in certain company. That is called equities.
Okay. Here's the thing, right? I'm new in this equity topic. I always leverage on other people to help me, right? Now I'm wondering if there is a simpler way for all of us to do this. You know, I love to leverage, right, Sue?
Well, I guess you are talking about shortcut again. So you are our shortcut queens over here.
Absolutely. Who don't love shortcut? Tell me. Who doesn't love shortcut?
So, Wawis, if you like shortcut, you can type in the comment. I will try to connect my thing and read on your comment later. Those of you like shortcut also. Kitty probably can saw it right now. If you like, just type in the chat box. You like shortcut also, right?
I wish I can type. My computer quite far away, but I tell you outright, I love shortcut because once a wise man told me or shared with me one of the best decisions he made in his life and his business was leveraging on people who are smarter than him. That is how his wealth grew tremendously. So, Sue, see, our show is called Wisdom of Wealth. The big thing is about application. I am just applying what a wise man once shared with me.
Actually, that's great. So actually, our expert tonight may serve your needs, you know. So they are the bridge for you to the professional investors.
Wow, professional investors.
Yes.
First question, can they make me a lot of money?
And the first question is, do we have a lot of money to make a lot of money or not first?
Possible if it makes sense. Now, the other question is professional investors. Do I need a lot of money?
Absolutely not.
Is their fees expensive?
No, I don't think so because they group our funds with other people. So for the investment itself, so to me the fees is reasonable, and this is quite a common product in the market. To answer your previous question, your capital may not be very big also for the beginning.
Yeah. Right. So I understand that this is quite a common product in the market, right?
Yes, it's very common.
Very common.
A lot of people have
A lot of people have what?
a lot of people have heard about it and invested in it, I would say.
You see, the thing is with this, right? I've heard it since very, very young, but it seems like there's a lot of things to understand which I don't quite understand, right? And I don't know if there's anyone out there who's like me, don't understand as well. Right? So my question is, when we don't understand, how can we invest it in a proper and a right manner that makes us money?
Oh, so when you are not understand, that's why we bring you into expert for this thing itself. You can try to ask them in the show later, where is it about? And just we are teasing it again, and we are talking about unit trust tonight. So this is something very common in the market, right? A lot of people might hear it. If you are not understand, I believe you can always find it out more from our show, through our expert, or from your agent. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Most information that I get is from my agent, which sometimes when they explain a certain things, I went like, right?
When you do you pay after that to invest?
Yes. But
Okay.
here's the thing. As far as I know, there's so many different funds out there, thousands and thousands, but I don't know which one to choose. How do we choose? How?
Oh, that would be, I will leave it to our guest tonight to answer us so many far with how you're going to choose and maybe which one is suitable for you. They may have a strategy or way for you to answer the question for you, for investor like us, right?
Fabulous. Then let's bring them out already, Sue. Let's start the conversation.
Yeah, so great. So our first expert today. So,
hi, Jonathan. Thank you
hi.
for the compliment.
Okay. So our first expert, I thought you said Jonathan, not Jonathan. Jonathan.
No.
Our Wowie, hi Jonathan. So our first guest is CK. So who has been in this industry for more than 20 years and is the group agency manager in one of the well-known award-winning unit trust company in Malaysia. You know, right? The red color P1. Then personally, actually, I have learned a lot from him. A very wise man.
And here's the thing. The fun thing is joining CK tonight, we have Lydia. I heard she is also another agency manager, which gets me very exciting because then we can learn more because she and CK are both very, very, very experienced. And Lydia apparently have gone through many, many market cycles with her clients since 2008. Wow. And if I'm not mistaken, she said everyone can be a millionaire through unit trust. Now I am very intrigued.
Yeah. So actually, our intention today is to bring them in to share with us on the distinction about unit trust and how to pick the suitable funds, right? Make you a millionaire, hopefully. Then also find a suitable agent for yourself, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't mind more millions.
Who minds? If you mind, right, you can send it over to me. My account always ready to receive anything.
My account also always ready. Anyways, so while we, right, feel free to ask any question at all that you want answered, because here's the thing, every time we bring in all these experts, we want to get as much as possible out from them. Now, I may not know the things that you're going through with your investment. I can only say from my personal experience, right? So if you have anything that you want clarified, you want to get certain distinction and insight or maybe tips, time to ask them.
I have to say, squeeze them.
Squeeze. Okay, let's bring them out. Let's welcome CK and Lydia. Cool. Hello, CK and Lydia. Thank you so much for coming in today, for joining us. How are you?
Wonderful. Listen to your laughters and bubbly sound. Wow, I feel so energetic. I thought this is 8 a.m., but it is actually 8 p.m.
Woohoo! Good. What about you, Lydia?
Hi, hello Kitty, and hello Stu. Wow, so nice to see you guys. Well, first time I see you doing live show, and then I feel that wow, you just really looks like somebody that has been doing MC for many years on stage. Wow, fabulous! Thank you for your kind compliment. I hope I'm not just making you millions. I am going to make you billions.
Sorry, that was my dog. That's the price of working from home. Yes, that's my keyword. Actually, Lydia, we're number one merepek. That is why.
Okay, I think let's start. So we keep on repeat, right? Some people may be waiting.
Thanks for having us anyway. Thanks for having us.
Welcome. It's okay. It's also thanks for joining us. A pleasure. Yes. And also, CK, let's start with this. So I know, although just now we said unit trust might be quite common in Malaysia, I think it would be good to establish a common understanding. So just let's start with what is unit trust.
Okay, before that, maybe what I'm sharing here tonight is my own personal opinion. If you seek for investment, please seek professionals' advice. You can also get them from us. Okay. So I don't represent the company, but represent my own opinion. Okay. Angel, do you mind bring in my slides? Xiu, thank you for the questions. First of all, before we go into unit trust, I think we need to know why the whole thing of unit trust is actually created.
Okay, so let's go to
have our
slide
producer
long.
to
let's jump you.
Yes, I should jump.
Too slow. This one called shock sendiri. Okay, sorry.
Shock sendiri. I also feel very shocked. Okay, so basically, when we have money, right, when normally we put in the bank, right?
Sometimes wife will confiscate it.
Oh yeah. So before your wife confiscate it, you better let me know.
Okay.
Okay, can we have next? So we will put in the bank. Producer, can we have next? Producer.
Okay.
Perhaps because of she might be your wife, right? That control behind.
I better don't comment. I'm not sure my wife is watching or not. Almost say a wrong thing.
Okay,
hey, don't say so loud. My husband is around. I still need to do wife tax.
Okay, so you see, where does this money from bank goes to? Many times when we ask these questions, people will think of, oh, bank will invest. But a lot of time, in fact, bank, instead of investing, they actually loan it out. So in fact, bank are borrowing our money and then they loan it out. Okay, although it is called a deposit, but banks still borrow from us. Okay, so when to this industry, and this industry is a business or whatever, they will use this money that they borrowed and they will actually come up with products and sell it off, right? And they'll have a business profit. So in here, there will be business profit, and then this industry or this factory will actually have to return back this money to the bank, which is the loan interest, and then bank will give us the deposit interest. Yes. So in these three things, which one, Kitty or Siwa, do you think is bigger?
Wait,
is the biggest?
Right now in my head, the calculation don't make sense, and plus my calculation not very good already.
Never mind. I can lend you my fingers.
Bank make quite a lot from those loan interest, and they just give us like that only for deposit interest.
I see in the other level of calculation, Kitty. You put in your FD, and then you take a loan, they give you 2%, and you take a loan, they charge you 5-6%.
Yeah, but whichever it is, they are making, this tells me that they are making a lot and I just get like so little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you are right. So in fact, many times, if let's say you want to have loan interest, then you can go into loan interest, right? If you wish, of course, you also wish to get business profit, right? But
Yeah.
business profit is always ups and downs, right? Because of economy cycle, market cycle, etc. But over the long-term period, business profit is still much better than loan interest. If you manage the business well, of course, you need to know how to run the business. So in actual fact, is it possible that we as consumer or depositor, instead of parking our money in banks, can we go straight to the business profit to get the business profit? Let's see, producer. So here you can see that business profit normally bigger than loan interest. That is why business can make profit lah. Then if let's say loan interest is bigger than deposit interest, this is where bank makes money. So if we were to go all the way to run our own business, and our business will actually come back to us, bypassing getting deposit interest, bypassing loan interest, and we get the business profit, right? Okay, so this will be a very, sorry?
Bank don't make noise, man. We bypass them.
Not bypassing lah. Some part of money we can go do that lah. We still need banks. Banks still is very important. That we actually need banks to in the system lah. If not, without banks, many of us we cannot buy house, etc., etc. You see?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think basically over this, but that is a challenge of running our own business. Okay. So can we have next slides? Not this one. There's another one with the eggs.
You know the surprise.
Yes. So
CK looking for his eggs.
I love eggs. Because eggs are like zeros. So the more zeros you have after your bank account, or your investment accounts, you will see more zeros. The more the merrier. Okay. So not zero eggs but more zeros after such numbers of the digits okay. So challenges in the business you see many times if you want to start a business, many times you don't have capital to start with. Many of us not born with silver spoon. Okay, so we are not sitting under a big pile of cash that we can use it for investment. And sometimes if you even want to borrow but not much that we can do it. This is the first challenge. The second one is the ask, the ability, the skill, and the knowledge. Okay, many times we are good at certain things, but we are not good at everything. So a lot of times we are lack of these abilities, skills, and knowledge to run the business. And many of us, in fact, we have a job or in employment. Our job or our full-time job has already taken us lots of our time, taking up lots of our time, and then we just can't become many at many places at one time. So, and in fact, because due to our very small amount of money or capital, we can't do many businesses. If one business goes wrong, there goes our life savings, right? So with all these challenges, how can we solve it? Can we have another slide? Miss Producer, our Langley producer.
So what you are saying is, CK, basically when I invest in unit trust, I am basically investing into multiple businesses.
Ya. Pandai ye.
Oh, this while I put in money, don't know where it go.
So we just need to make sure it will come back.
You need to buy me a burger tonight lah. Or tapao chao fan ping lah.
Let's go makan now. Can dine in.
Okay, we'll end it fast. Yeah. Okay, so with this amount, unit trust is actually where you have pool of investors that everyone chip a small bit into the pool with a certain objective, a spell out objective, and this pool of funds will be invested into diversified portfolio, depends on the objective of the funds. And the fund managers would manage these funds, and this funds is actually in the custody of trustee to act as a watchdog for our security. And all these returns will go back to the unit holders. And of course, throughout the period, these fund managers charge some fees. I think it's fair, right?
Yeah, it is. But depending lah, too high also not fair lah.
Yeah, of course. We always want a bargain, right? Okay, actually market forces will determine the amount of these charges. Then of course the unit trust consultants value added service on which funds to go in, which funds suitable to you, etc., etc. All this, I think we pay peanuts, we get monkeys.
Okay, so here's the thing. Now I'm gonna ask Lydia as well, right? Lydia, then looking at what CK said, right? That means there's so many different businesses that we can invest in, right? Through unit trust. So question is, can we choose which one we want to go into, or do we just let it go? Someone will handle all this.
Oh, thanks for this. I think this is a very valid question, because some of the investors also ask me the same one. They ask whether can I choose the company that I want to invest in. The answer, in fact, is there is no such one fund that you can invest based on individual preference. No, there is no such one fund. But however, we can assess or we can read to the fund's prospectus and also the fund's highlight sheets to understand the fund investment objective and the strategies applied. Does it really appealing to our own needs and also our own preference? Do I answer your question?
I get it. So then, sorry, ask you, dummy, huh? So many questions, 1001 questions.
You make me. You still have a question or not? Okay, you ask.
Okay. So either one of you, CK or Lydia, maybe we can go back to the main one and then come back to this later so that I can see you bigger. Right?
Yeah.
Sure.
The question is this, yeah. What if I disagree with what the fund, they call it fund managers, correct? The fund managers are investing in. So then what happens?
Okay, I'll let you handle.
Okay, thank you for these questions. This is a very valid question in that sense. Actually, the for funds, you can only invest to the funds with that objective, and fund managers will actually invest based on the mandates of these funds. So you pick and choose. So you look at the master prospectus, product highlight sheets, then you determine which fund suitable for you. Or you can get the help of your unit trust consultants to assess your risk profile, your risk appetite, your taste, or your time horizon, and all those things. They understand you well, then they will choose or suggest certain funds that suit to your taste. It's just like you like, maybe you say you like spicy. Probably I will suggest some Penang curry laksa for you, or Siam laksa for you, right? So but if let's say you cannot taste spicy, no point I recommend all this to you, right? But you cannot determine that store's auntie put how much spice into it, right? Can you?
True, cannot.
Same thing. If you choose that fund, you cannot determine how much which exposure for that fund manager will go to, right? So if that the product highlight sheet says that it is a laksa or Assam laksa, then it is an Assam laksa with different chefs will come out with different taste. Okay.
Okay.
But so you cannot determine how much onions or the down pudina that put in.
Sounds like now the next research is go and find the right fund manager.
Okay, so fast.
Yeah, so fast. Time for game. Oh my god. Okay, I don't care. I'm gonna extend 5 to 10 more minutes before we go to game. Siu, I'm pretty sure you have your next question because just I stopped you.
I'm just because we were talking just now. The fund will invest, the fund manager will invest in business. So is there any limitation on what kind of business they are going into? I mean, they can look for any business in the market, or there's restricted kind of business they can buy into.
Yeah, you want to try this?
Okay, for this question, right? Over here, I would say that the choices of fund is quite wide already. Some are really particular, zooming into a particular sector. For example, there is some funds that go to the AI technology, this kind of area or this kind of sectors. You can choose into that kind of particular fund, or there is some kind of fund that is more on country based. So I would say that if you have a bigger a wheel on what type of area, that will be easy for you to choose. But let's say you just say anything that is under the sun, that in this area, then in fact the scope is quite wide. So normally we will help you to identify which are the areas of business that you really like it. That is how we're going to go about it.
So the thing would be, I see our Walvis Julia Law have a question. I will come back to your question. I just want to ask just one more, right? So my understanding of unit trust, right? What they are buying is normally on the listed company in different sector or company in the country itself, right? So what is in my mind would be, so what is the benefit of going through to all these company via unit trust instead of I directly go to the share market and buy for it?
Oh, this is a very amazing question, very common questions. It's just that whether you want to cook your own tari laksa or you want to get some very good chef to cook for you.
His answer very smart.
And I think this one will be linked to the question by our Walvis Julia, because Julia is asking, is this assured that unit trust can be trusted? Is this a sure win for making profit?
Oh, Lydia, do you want to help pick up this question?
I can help you answer.
Okay, please, Kitty.
Using back the same chef analogy, if the right chef, you must make law, wrong chef must don't make law. I'm kidding. I'm just making up story. Okay, Lydia, back to you.
Actually, these are the tricky questions, A lot of people ask me, will I guarantee make a gain? Or some people say, will I guarantee make a loss? People more risk averse. They're really scared of loss rather than looking into the gain. This is normally what is happening. Okay, so I would say that if the condition that, okay, just like driving a car, okay, if you drive your car on the road, okay, if you follow the rules and regulations, the traffic light, the speed trap, the chances for you to reach your destination is very high, and also you'll be in one piece safely and sound. You can reach your destination. Okay, but if happen that you don't follow the rules and regulations, you speed you drunk and then you drive then too bad I think the chances for you to other accident, it will be very high. So over here as well, okay, for you to make sure that you can get a guarantee returns or guarantee a desired profit that you want to, in fact, we have to follow our rules and regulation. So over here that the things will be guaranteed if you also can guarantee yourself, follow the correct path and correct ways. Do I answer you?
Sounds like a partnership between us and the agent and the fund managers.
Yeah, I would say yes, some sort like this, and I would say you have to understand the needs of yourself well, and we sometimes just like flight plan, we have to follow through the plans.
Okay. I think we got more questions, but let's go and play games first. My time guy behind keep flashing time. Let's go for a game and then come back and then grill more. Yeah. Before that,
let's look at the wow tips of the day.
I so like all the cute song that we put on.
You put on or your producer put on?
Yes, our producer put on.
Yeah, I love you as well.
Okay. So, are you ready to have some fun, Lydia and CK?
Bring
Okay.
it on.
Awesome. Today we actually have a new game, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And Kitty and I will close. Oh, Kitty and I will play together with our guests. So I think for the first time, 4-person playing together. So what is going to happen, right? A picture later, Kitty and I will close our eyes for about few seconds. Then a picture will pop up on the screen, and I mean, CK and Lydia were able to see it, and the audience also. So what they need to do will be they will take turns to describe the picture, and you try your best to link to some unit trust term if you see there's a link over there. And Kitty and myself, right, we'll try to guess what is in the picture. So you all just take turn until we guess.
So
the
is this the
picture, right?
game for you or for me?
For me to learn about unit trust terms.
Looks like it's a test for us.
Yeah, we also a game for us.
For fun only. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Bring it on.
Okay.
We need to close the eyes.
Okay.
So we close our eyes.
Don't
I
peep,
don't know. No IC.
We will close our eyes, and then once the picture disappear, you let us know, okay?
Okay.
I'm not picking. I promise I'm not picking.
Yeah.
Are you seeing the picture?
Yes, it's there.
So we can open our eyes. Wow, you can see so long the picture.
Lydia, I think you are very creative.
Really? Not. We are very creative.
Okay.
Producer-
Now you can take off your
Our
hands.
producer is very creative.
I think she is very creative.
Okay. So, hi, Lemony.
Hey, Lemon and Sky.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Let's guess.
Who start first? I help you, CK. Man, ladies first.
Okay, let them first.
Very nervous. Okay. Long time not play game.
Don't worry. Just Chinchai give a description to start first.
Okay, the hottest thing in the world.
Hottest thing in the world.
Inside the hottest thing in the world that we can
Volcano.
see every day. Only daytime, huh?
Sun.
Yes. Okay. Inside the hottest thing in the world, okay, there is the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking, and the clock is always comes in front of you in your computer.
Oh.
Okay. Don't know. CK's turn to describe.
Okay, inside that hottest thing in the universe, then you can see something that you cannot buy with money.
Happiness. Love.
I thought you can buy love with money.
Ooh, that's
I don't think you can buy it with money. But how's in the
and these things is ticking away one. And this
time.
yes, something to measure time.
Clock, watch.
A clock, and actually it made of something that something on the beach.
Oh, Kevin was telling us it's time. Oh, yes. Sand clock.
Yes.
Sandal.
I already see why like this. I give you chance already.
So I said lady first. Let the lady answer first.
Sandal.
Oh.
So close. Okay. Next one more. Kevin, help us guess. Kevin, Lemony, Jonathan, right? Those of you movies out there, help us. Okay, do we have one more? Okay, one more. We close our eyes. 1, 2, go, close.
I won't peep. Don't
I
worry.
also not peeping.
Yeah,
Tell
but
us
very
when the
tough to-
picture is gone.
Okay, the picture is gone.
Oh, now it's a gentleman turn.
Okay.
gentleman term.
Okay, someone throw you something and you'll be very happy one.
Money.
Money.
Yeah, you're right.
Money. Yes.
So
more the merrier.
actually the gift file is actually someone throwing you that thing and you'll be very happy.
Oh goodness, I love that.
Oh.
So
you
you
can
can
do
throw
this
me
up
some
to me.
already.
CK, one
throw me some,
description kau team. Do we have time for one more? Do we? Don't have time for one more. Oh yeah, so fast one. So
You
fun.
only two
This
round.
game.
So what is the present for the winners? Who is the winner for tonight?
Both of them. Because one got, the other one also got. So both of them also win. Yay!
So we're going to kiss them or they kiss each other?
I don't know which way to turn.
Okay, I can kiss him. We can only do this safe digitally. How fun is this?
Yeah, and you won't go into trouble with your husband or
Okay. Let's have a look for let's take
our second wow tips. Let's look at our second wow tips of the day. Okay, welcome back.
I got too excited. I feel like, oh yeah.
You're excited because you got to kiss CK right in front of.
Hey, how not to get excited, Sue? Right, number one, Lydia say we can make millions using unit trust. I'm hyperly excited. And then just now got picture, people throwing money. When CK say that, wow, I got so...
So
Cannot
fun.
sleep already tonight.
Okay. Back to unit trust. Just now we stopped at choosing funds. I think. Oh, before we go into our question, there's a question from Jonathan. Most mutual fund house, especially the banks in Malaysia, needs to go through an agent to purchase. Any reason why they don't let customer or consumers purchase online? Oh, that's a very good question.
Ron, thank you.
Lydia, you try this? So you want to take this
Yeah.
up?
Okay, if you are referring to buying online, right? In fact, the facility is already there. It's already there. You can do that all by DIY. Okay, just that in our case that we will still advise you to have someone which has the knowledge, know you well, understand your needs, understand your risk profile. Then only your investment plan will be turn out to be a nice one. So of course you can do your own work. It's okay. Do your own study, do your own research, do your own investment is fine. Just that things are happen very changing very rapidly. A lot of things with that not all the people have been just as CK mentioned just now, not a lot of people having the ability, knowledge, and also the skill. So that is a problem that fall back. So maybe CK, you want to add on that?
Yeah, in fact, many times when we meet up with customers, their criteria change over days. Okay, and sometimes certain things, family events or certain life events happens, and their criteria change. So this is where we add value to our customers, where we guide them back to their path that they wanted to go. sometimes over some years, you've forgotten about your objective of it, of doing things. Or maybe you forgot about how risk adverse or how risk adventurous you are. So many times, because things happens and you get some setback, or sometimes your greed and fear plays a very important part in your emotion. So the whole idea of having unit trust consultant is to give you a very logic way, instead of giving you yourself get into that emotional part. Because in investment, if you fall into emotion, especially the greed and fear, actually you can't go anywhere.
Understand, right?
So just now CK was talking, they remind the investor, I mean the client, on their goal and what their objective and their first invest. Is bring me to have a question that, so is it advisable to invest in unit trust as a form of accumulation for a big purchase, let's say a down payment for a car, a holiday, or a house itself?
Oh, of course, yes. It is a very good tools for you, wealth accumulation tools, we call that. So we actually help customers to plan out their down payment or renovation costs for their house purchase, or renovation of their dream house. And also we help customers to plan for their children's education fund and retirement funds. And some customers, in fact, many, not some, would want to have their travel funds planned out. Don't you want to go travel? I think many of us, if we are allowed to fly, many of us would want to buy the first ticket and get out of all this, right?
Yeah.
But however, we need to have sufficient time horizon to let your capital grow, you see. Or probably you need to lay out a very big capital outflow. So make time your best friend in investments. So time is very essential as your best friend in investment. Okay, so apart from saving for big ticket items, many in fact plan their emergency fund using unit trust as well, especially during this COVID-19 period, where many has already awakened that, hey, in fact, I need, other than buying of big ticket items, I need to set up certain amount of money for emergency use. In fact, many of new customers coming into us that, hey, how should I save up? Last time I used to finish up every month of my salary. Now they were asking, how should I do that? And in fact, we always suggest that customers, before you investing into equity funds, and you should start with 3 to 6 months of your emergency fund first before going into anything risky. Okay, and this made this pandemic actually create and let people aware of the importance in keeping all these investment liquids, so that they can have money when they are in needs. We met quite a few property investors, and they found that, in fact, liquidity is not there. So that's why working with your unit trust consultant, to answer Jonathan's questions earlier, working with your unit trust consultants that understand your financial needs and planning out for your financial goals are utmost important in making your decision. It's not about how much the funds can make for you, but in fact, it's understanding your financial needs and your goals, and also what is your risk appetite. That is the most important. So talk to your unit trust consultant. Start today.
Hang on. I just wanted to quickly say hi, Stanley. Hi, Sumi. Hi, Simon. Oh, so good to see you here.
I cannot see actually.
Yeah, no problem. Right? We are saying hi on behalf of everybody. Yeah.
Hello.
So here's the thing. You brought up a very good point, right? So if today I were to basically find the right agent, is like a support structure to make sure that, you know, my wealth is planned out, especially for people like me who may not understand everything fully lah, right? And from the way you say it, all of a sudden I have a new idea of you. You know what we always say to people, you have your wealth jar, you have your long-term purchase or big purchase jar, and then you have your play
Everything.
jar, your education jar. So instead of keeping in the bank and make no money, I go and open multiple unit trust account.
Okay.
Please make a call to me tomorrow.
Okay.
I thought you were going to get a few unit trust agent. One represent one jar.
Think about that, right? So that's a very good point, Sue. Then how do we know if that agent is actually a good fit for the person? Because even as you and I are coaches, right, we know that not everyone is we can support, right? There is of course a good match, a better match, but there are some cases where it's just like, you know, it is really not in our area to support. How do we then choose the right agent?
Lydia?
Oh, this is a very
Boss.
have to answer question. Okay.
I always
personally,
pass the tough questions to her. No.
CK so bad one. Okay, back to I would say normally a good consultant to individual. I say normally they will be quite a good listener.
Oh.
They will tend to talk less, listen more. Okay, and then over the conversation, I would believe that you can feel that this consultant actually is working by providing a solution to you, rather than just tell you, "Oh, good fun, this one very good, this one very potential, go buy now." So period is going to no. That one is, I would say, is a product brochure. So I believe that if you want someone that really take care of your things, then you have to find a good solution provider.
Okay. So Lydia, so I will have a question. No, I go and ask Kike. So she passed to you. So I'm just thinking, you were saying that a good unit trust, a good consultant that is willing to listen and plan with us, right? So after we seal the deal, we started our investment. What kind of expectation we should put on the consultant itself, or what kind of service we should expect from the consultants on this portion of it? So because I asking that, I really have a friend, hopefully she's not watching. She tell me, I'm really dulan, you know. After I signed the form, she never come back to me. Don't even buy me a Limau ice, you know. And honestly, the figure is not less, but I know it's not small. So what kind of expectation we should put on a consultant after we buy it?
Me or Lydia?
Let Lydia choose. You want
Lydia,
to answer or you want to answer?
Let Lydia do it. Lydia
CK,
is always a very good listener. And
the listener won't talk much, they just listen.
yeah, I just listen only. CK, talk about CK.
Okay. Actually, I think the relationship of unit trust consultant and the investors is very important, where we always like to build up that rapport and to understand the needs of these customers. Then over time, in fact, many times the build up that trust is so important. I think we, as a customer, we also have to be very frank to our consultants so that they understand our needs. So I think it's a both way things, both way traffics where we understand each other, and then review of funds is sometimes also quite important. And this is where the real things coming in. Review of funds, understand needs, plan out the time horizon. If you change of your criteria, need to let your trust consultant know, etc. So these are the things.
Okay. So
if you don't mind, maybe let me just add on 2 points. Okay.
Okay.
If the customer would like upfront to have a certain level of the service from the consultant, right? I think it's fair for the customers to inform the consultant that whereby they want themselves to be updated on a certain time frame. It's quite fair. And also let them know that I'm going to invest into this country with this kind of time horizon. Please let me know if there is a big changes in terms of the investment environment for these regions. So at least the consultant can take note on your request. Okay, do or cannot do is up to the consultant, but at least you outline them that this is the basic requirements. I hope you can take good care of my fund. So I think this is because you cannot just expect one-way communication. Right? Two ways actually is easy. They know you and you know them, so that your things can move smoothly. This is the extra add-on. I think investor can let the customer, the consultant know about their concerns.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? If let's say I want to learn a little bit more about unit trust so that I know what am I really doing even with a consultant, right? What are the important things for me to begin learning?
Okay, I would say that reading is very important. At least start with business news. Then to know. or maybe you can get a few times more of us coming here, and then we can share more into depth. Okay, but you have to buy more air limau lah.
Okay. So for me,
he also can.
Yeah. So business news. What else?
Actually, we really have to have other than business news. Sometimes we really need to look into our bank account. Really listen to your consultants that what is lying ahead of you. I think to Kitty, this is all boring stuff. Let us handle it. Let us handle it, and you can have fun.
Okay. In fact, this question reminds me of myself when I was in my early 20s. I would say, okay. Newspaper, especially the business section. Normally, I would just use to tapao one to wrap up rubbish. Not even bother to read the headline. Oh, this is my parents always ask me, where is today newspaper? This one don't want, right? Okay, this one I just do wrapping of rubbish one. So okay, I would say that if you really want to know more about investment things, right? I would say you have to get yourself involved first. Wherever you start with one, for example, you start with one fund, then you understand what is inside the fund. Then you'll be starting to be more alert when you happen to see the company's name appear somewhere in the social media or the newspaper one. Yeah, you have to get yourself involved first, or else this is totally nothing related to you. You don't even bother to know what's happening to that company. Before you get bored, you have to jump inside the water.
Yeah, because if let's say it is not most it is not on you, you won't feel anything, so you will not get wanted to know. So in fact I was an engineer at that time. I joined this industry out of I want to know more. Not because of it is a career, but it turns out to be a career for 20 years.
Understand. You know what you just said reminds me of what my mentor told me, right? He said, when we put money down, our intelligence goes up.
Wow, this is very true. Wisdom.
This is the quote of the day.
Oh, we got to change that already. The code. I'll tell you who the person's name is. It's called Dominic Leone.
I learned new things today.
Wow, fantastic quote.
Actually, I also hear my mentor say how to make a person stupid. You know
how?
When you in the training class, ask him to come in front and talk. Immediately becomes stupid.
We want people to be more intelligent to put money down. Anyway, you know what? There's so many more questions that I reckon we want to ask, right? Like how do we know the funds, right? Evaluate and business news. What do we read? What is important to us, and all this kind of stuff. But we're running out of time.
Even running out of time, right, Kitty? I do have one question I want to ask.
Yeah.
At least just now CK did mentions make time as our friend, right? The
Yeah.
question I would just say in unit trust is what is the time frame needed for us to see the profit in the unit trust?
I think this is a very valid question that many of our customers ask as well. Actually, there are, in short, there are quite a few funds. We can actually name it to at least 3 categories. Minimize it to 3 categories of funds. First is actually the money market funds that we put in deposits. Then you must ask me, hey, why? I put deposit with bank enough lah. Why I need to put deposit through funds? Then in fact, funds are because of the size, they can negotiate with banks to get better rates, first thing. Second thing is that because this fund's size is billions, you talk about billions, they can, then most people would not just take out all the money at one go, you see. So part of that, I think a big chunk of it can put a longer term deposits, some shorter terms. So it can be so as liquid as your saving accounts. So this is what we call as money market funds category. So you are earning almost like 1 month FD rate, like for something saving deposits. But of course, there are some certain terms and conditions that you need to what they call abide with. Also, this type of funds is actually, in fact, you can see returns the next 1 week because it is daily rest. Okay, but of course, returns will not be as powerful as some equity funds. Okay, so the other type of funds, just now we say that we also want to get loan interest, right, rather than deposit interest. So this is what we call bond funds. So bond funds, typically you need to invest 3 to 5 years and above to get almost 1% better than FD. But of course, bond funds also have slight volatility. So especially this interest going up period. So it might affect the bond funds performance. So it's good that you have 5 years and above. So it will be roughly about 1 to 2% better than FD. Yeah. So if you talk about equity funds, then it depends on your luck. Preferably the recommended time horizon. We always talk about equity funds. You will see a nice 6 to 10% returns if you have a time horizon of 7, 8 years or 10 years and above. But of course, if you are in luck, maybe last year, 2020, March, you put in, you can easily see 30, 40% now. So if let's say you're lucky, within a short period, you can see a very tremendous good returns. Of course, if you are not, it goes down. But if you have a time horizon of about 7, 8, 10 years like this, then equity funds, you're looking at about 6 to 10% per annum. So I think I hope that I answer your questions, you.
So minimum advisable is how long?
Minimum advisable, okay, depends on depends on funds that you invest in and depends on the objective that you want. Also, if let's say you're just treated as money market funds, in fact, you can invest 1 month and then take out, or even 2 weeks, right? Let's say you have 20 million comes in, and this 20 millions earning for 2 weeks also some money, right? You can buy me quite a lot of air limau. Right? So if you talk about bond funds, you're talking about at least 3 to 5 years and above, or preferably now, at this juncture, preferably 5 years and above. And equity funds, you're looking at 7, 8, or 10 years and above. It is good for your long-term planning. So we have different funds that cater for different needs, different time horizons. And if you want to know more, maybe we have to understand your needs better.
Wow, sounds like we got quite a lot to deep dive into in the series. Let's plan it out, because I one of the big topic is also, do I leave it in my EPF or do I put it over to unit trust? Right?
Yeah, that would be interesting on that. And also, like some people said, if unit trust not outperforming EPF, what should I do about that? That would be another interesting topic to talk about.
Yeah, but you know what? Unfortunately, we got to honor everybody's time as well. We apologize, Huawei's, that we started late today. We squeeze as much out as possible from them. We shorten the game, ask them even more questions. So let us know if you have any question unanswered, right? Then we will also bring them back. We will talk more and go more in depth. Okay, so let us know if you have any question that is unanswered. Okay, if not, then we will have Sue. You can squeeze Sue lah, huh, if we cannot get them back. Anyway,
What to do? What to do? To buy me ice limau.
I think you're supposed to buy me. Anyway, Vicky and Lydia, thank you so much for coming in and sharing with us all this insight. I learned quite a couple of things here. As you can tell, I'm like, yeah, when it comes to all these things, it's a whole new language. Yeah.
That's fine. I think Eric, we are learning together over here.
Yeah, let's learn together.
Yeah, it's our
Yeah.
pleasure.
Exchange of ideas are not learning from us, but exchange ideas. Just sharing of our
So
opinions.
humble of you. So before we let you two go, right? So let's take a quick time. So each of you to share with our dear Wowies, right? Of your latest adventures. What are you doing?
Yeah. How do they contact you if they want to
How do they
find
contact
you?
you? How do they contact you?
Yeah,
What are you doing actually?
Still, you have our handle.
Yeah, yes. Our producer will. I think she has prepared it. I talked to her, and so she also going to post it in the chat itself.
Yeah.
How to look for your group.
Yeah. So, in fact, Lydia.
Yeah, okay, maybe just let me do some wrap up. Okay, I will say that investment is an art, okay, and it's quite fun, okay, along the way. Why? Because it is very lively one. Because investment just like our heartbeat, okay, you will somehow got up and down in between one. If you don't have that one, you don't have heartbeat, then means that you're a dying person. Okay, so if you would like to explore more about investment, especially unit trust, okay, feel free to follow our Facebook, and then we are more than happy to see you to have a fruitful wealth accumulation journey.
Yeah.
And I pass to CK.
Thank you, Lydia. In fact, if let's say you want to get into this career as well, we are looking for people to expand our team. We are a team of 70 people, and Lydia is one of our leaders in this our group, and we are building up this group together, and you can learn together as well. So not only planning for others, planning for yourself is so important.
Okay.
Oh, right.
So thanks.
Sorry, Sue. Talking. Okay, you talk. Sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying that your Facebook group is an Alpha Elite to you, right? So people can search you in the Facebook group or in the Instagram, right? And I think our producers produce out the QR code. Any one of you is able to scan it. If you're watching from the phone, may not, then you can just search their Facebook. Alpha Elite.
Don't worry. I think Kai is there. She posted already their link. Hi, Kari. Thank you so much for doing so.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. So now, before we let you go, what is one big tip? Okay. Now lost it. What is one big tip that you would like to leave to our Wowies? See, I talk until so siao already. Sorry. What is one big tip that you would leave to our Wowies regarding unit trust?
Lydia.
I'm always feeling this first one.
I learned, so we learn together.
Okay, my big tips for today, okay, put your money down and your intelligence will go up.
Important thing, you have to speak many times. So put your money down so that your intelligence will go up.
Dom, if you're ever watching this, I'm sharing your codes.
And also, Tom, I will make sure the limau ice will send to your way.
All the way in Australia, okay?
You'll be here, don't worry.
Okay. Anyway, right? Thank you once again so much. We hope to see you again soon, right? And is there anything else that you want to say to them, Sue?
No, I will just stand and appreciate you all coming to share with our Wowies over here, and really hope to see you all again to share more wisdom to our people, our Wowies over here.
Yeah.
Right. So I think we still can squeeze more from you too.
So that I can get even slimmer.
Yeah.
I think I need that. I think I need that.
Anyway, right? As we place CK and Lydia back to the backstage, let's look at practice of the day.
Hey, Kitty, that was some fun sharing, and discussions. And really, there's some things they make me think a lot. Is on the setting a right expectation with our unit trust agents or consultants. Not only unit trust, whatever consultant, whatever people we engage, right?
Yeah.
Maybe for myself, some of the people I know, so we don't used to tell upfront what is my expectation on you. And that's why we have a disconnect on the services that we're expecting. So what we want, and actually it's not turned out, we'll just try to say, this further is not good, they are not supporting well, right? But now after listening to Lydia, I was thinking, maybe you're right, I should upfront to tell him, can you fulfill this requirement for me? Give me certain update I want, give me the news that I'm looking for. If they say no, then I just go on, move on to look for someone is able to do it for me, right?
Yeah, and it sounds like, their unit trust consultants nowadays are no longer just agents or just consultant. It sounds like it's a great support structure, right? Which is fabulous for any wealth building journey, don't you think so?
Yeah, yes, because when someone in this industry that has the expertise to help you or help us to set the goal, right, it will be much easier. They see a lot of people, they see the price spot that we cannot see. So they can help us do it faster, leverage, shortcut. They will tell you, this is the wall, you're going to bang it. Why not you do this way? Right? It will be much better.
Which is very, very true, right? Yeah. So I actually think there's so much more that we can learn. Yeah, I know I like leverage, right? But I am also very clear I don't leverage without not understanding. Although my vocabulary may be limited, I can tell you I'm not dong dong. Okay.
Just let you know, she will ask 1,001 questions before she leverage.
Yeah, usually any of my consultants are quite kasihan one. I ask tons of questions. If not, I will send to someone who can understand and then handle it for me.
Luckily, you said that. I have to say not only your consultant PT, we have to answer for you also.
Yeah. Anyway, but it's always good because at the end of the day, it's a partnership, right? We're taking ownership of our wealth. They are advising us. We're working in collaboration with them, and it is a great relationship, right?
Yeah.
So far, that's my personal experience, right? I absolutely love my consultant who's supporting me. Now I'm considering, after listening to CK, maybe I can consider more accounts. Anyway, Asiu, let's talk about next session and then say bye-bye to our Wowies.
Yeah, sure. Because next session, we are going to look into insurance. So the question, are they an investment necessity or nice to have? I think this is a common question we have. Right?
Yeah. So if you want to understand more and find out more, join us 2 weeks from now on 22nd September and
today is 22nd September.
Hey, sorry.
October.
Sorry. Oh my God. This one is called sorry. Now you know I have pointers there to remind me.
Read here. 6th October.
Sorry, 6th October. Sorry. As usual, 8 p.m. And remember to come back with your questions, okay? So that we can get as much value as possible from our experts.
Yeah, and always, if you have gained value and insight from today, remember to hit the like button, whether you are on Facebook or YouTube. You can always find us at WOW Wisdom of Wealth on both channels. This one.
Now, if you are on Facebook, like and follow our page. If you're on YouTube, remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification so that we will know, you will know every time we have something new. Oh my God, what is happening with me today? Today I'm like,
I think only that problem. You're also having some problem tonight.
Yeah.
So thank you again, Spalvis. So see you on the 6th October, 8 p.m. Remember, it's never too early or too late to start. The key is to begin your wealth journey now.
Yeah. Producer, don't move us first. Bye, Jonathan. Bye, Brenda.
Bye-bye.
Ron.
Bye, Sumitra.
Kathy.
Patrick,
Bye,
John,
Steffi.
bye. Casey,
Bye.
Simon, bye.
See you again.
Bye-bye. Yes, and also Kai, bye-bye. Ron also, bye.
Yeah, see you again.
Nice to have you all here. See you again next show. Bye-bye.